Well, hello everyone. I'm your host, Mark O'Brien, a director at CM First and also on the conference committee and in charge of sponsorships for our 12th Worldwide User Conference. Thanks a lot for registering for today's event. The webinar is being really focused on nailing down content and also the look for speakers and most importantly, we're going to have a raffle at the end of today's webcast, and one lucky attendee will get a chance to get a VIP ticket to our conference. So I think we'll start things off with a poll question, as we often do. Here we go. So the poll question is, how would you refer to an IBM mid-range computer? Would you call it a System 38, an AS400, an IBM I, power system, or no idea because you don't not using one? So while we're on today's call, it's a little bit different. We're on Zoom today. Often we do go to webinar for our webcasts. So there's a way for you to ask questions on your user console. So please do that. Also, we have we can also selectively unmute you if you've got an important question you want to dialogue with it on that as well too. So most of you refer to an IBM I, which is nice. That's been the name of it for the last, I guess, 8 or 9 years. System 38. Probably older than some of the people on the call, and AS400 still popular. Other parts of the world seems to be referred to commonly as that, and then a few power system people, and then concurrently nice people. So quite a few of you are interested but can't make it. So I'd be curious as to why you can't make it, because we are allowing people to attend the conference virtually, and that was always a big reason that people would cite to say, well, I can't come, but I want to attend virtually. So anyway, we'll do some follow up with that towards the end of the webcast here today. So next slide, we've got people slide. I'm joined here today by several folks. And oh, okay, there we go. Thank you. So that's me second from the left. I'm joined with Roger Griffith, our user community president, and sporting some very natty headgear this morning. And Summer, our event coordinator, and then Mark Schroeder. We talked about 2E content and training, and Andrew Leggett, who's our Plex guy for 2E training as well too. Wanted to mention the speakers again that we've got this VIP lottery coming up at the end. You're going to have to be present to go for that, and also I've got a call for sponsors. I'll be back to you with that. We've had a really good response so far, with a number of ones that have already agreed to and done work in the past, and I'll be turning this over to Roger shortly to go into details on the overview, and then following that, Summer will be talking about logistics about the conference hotel and the location of Concordia University. And Mark Schroeder will talk about 2E, Andrew, Plex, and then panel questions. So again, if you've got questions, put them into your user console to chat, and also I think there's a way for you to raise your hand when we get to the questions part too. Right now, I'd like to turn things over to Roger to give you some detail about the exciting things going on. And as I said, this lottery ticket is you'll be automatically entered by attending today's event. It is a 3-day event, but there are a lot of other races and pre-races. The actual Formula One race, the United States Grand Prix, will be at 1 p.m. local time, Central Daylight Time on Sunday. So it is possible to come in Saturday night and then go. We will have a presence there with an RV and a pad that's actually in the site. And we also have transportation to and from the track, which is really important. And it's hard to get back and forth sometimes, especially when there's a lot of contention for Uber, things like that. The RV will be a hospitality RV, so we'll have some food and beverage for everybody, and also each attendee will get a folding chair. So if you can't attend, you can still win a conference ticket. And we're gonna select this at the end of the webinar, so stick around for the end of it, and good things may happen to you. Now I'm going to turn it over to Roger, who's going to go into more detail about the event. And
thank you, Mark. So just a reminder here for those of you who have questions on any of the content that you see today, please enter your question as a chat there, and we will make sure that we get your questions answered at the end. And also be sure that you have your microphone muted unless you're not talking, so we can kind of cut down on some of the background noise. So the purpose of our webinar today really is to focus on the planning of our 12th Plex 2E Worldwide User Conference coming up in October. The way we see our purpose as a user community is to collaborate with each other, share our knowledge and experience, and to leverage the value that we get out of these amazing tools that we own. And this webinar today is really going to give you an opportunity to give your input as to what kind of session offering is available at the conference. So we're going to have some poll questions throughout the webinar today that's going to ask you what topics, what kind of sessions you want to see at the conference. We're also going to give you an opportunity to volunteer to be a speaker at the conference. So anyway, the real collaboration opportunity is to allow us to make sure that we're getting the same high value and low cost experience of the conference. The cost of this conference is $99, and for 3 days of classes and hands-on material, I think it's really kind of continues to be the best value out there in the industry. And everything that you're going to see today is going to be available on our website. So I would encourage you to go out to the plex2e.com website, and that's where you're going to see the session grid and really about everything about the conference. So I'm going to kind of go through some of that information fairly quickly today. Don't worry about trying to write anything down. Just go to our website and everything will be available to you there. So the conference is going to start with the Formula One US Grand Prix in Austin, Texas, October 22nd through the 24th. That's Friday through Sunday. And that is going to be an amazing experience. I've never been to a Formula One race, but I've always wanted to, and this is the perfect opportunity to do it. And as Mark mentioned earlier, if you can't come for 3 days, come to the Formula One race on Sunday. Come in Saturday night and join the Formula One race on Sunday. I think it will be an experience that you'll never forget. I would highly encourage you to do that. So following the Formula One race is the conference, and that is Monday through Wednesday, October 25th through the 27th. It's being held at Concordia University. The early bird discount for the combo ticket, which is the Formula One race and the conference, is the low price of $399, an amazing value. If you want to do just the conference only, whether it be on-site or virtual, it's only $99. Now, this is the early bird discount, and it expires on August 1st of this year. So make sure that you get signed up now to take advantage of this $99 early bird discount. And the other thing I want to mention is that you don't need to decide right now whether or not you're attending on-site or virtual, because you can do either one you want. So just purchase your ticket, and if you can make it on site, that's fantastic. And if you can't, join us virtually. So you don't need to commit right now, just get signed up. The other thing that we want to offer is buy 3, get 1 free. This is for the conference only. So if you have a group of 4 of you in your organization that want to attend, you only have to buy 3 tickets, and the 4th member gets in free. So the Formula One race. So I think this is going to be an experience that we're never going to forget. As Mark mentioned, we're going to have a hospitality center motorhome. It's that one on your top left, I believe. And we're going to have so much fun just kind of socializing and having a great time. There will be some beverages available, food. It's just going to be an amazing experience. Here's some of the pictures from prior races. And as you can see, it really is a world-class event. I would highly encourage you to join us for the Formula One race. Okay, so following the Formula One race, the conference kicks off. So Monday is going to be hands-on, 3 tracks, CA Plex, CA 2E, and the technology track, followed by a wine and cheese social. Tuesday, 4 tracks of Plex, 2E, technology, and a Spanish-only track, followed by a barbecue at the Austin Yacht Club. And Wednesday is the same 4 tracks, and then we will conclude at noon. So Monday morning, here is a grid of the classes that are being offered, and I'm not going to go into too much detail on these because they are available on the website. But as you can see, the grid is in place, and it is official, and it's gonna be really another premier event. So there's the Monday morning. There is Monday afternoon. Once again, this grid is available on our plex2e.com website. Please go out there and take a look at it. So Tuesday, there's our morning sessions. Now the actual content of these sessions, you're going to see in a few more slides, and you're going to have an opportunity to vote on what these sessions include. And there is a sneak peek at the afternoon sessions on Tuesday. And Wednesday is a half day. So in the morning, we're going to have some more quality sessions, and then we will adjourn around noontime. So in today's webinar, we're going to give you an opportunity to vote on which of these sessions you would like to see. So what we've done is we went through what we did last year and looked at what was really popular, and took those sessions and kind of brought them forward in terms of just kind of a high level session content. Now the specifics of these is going to be up to the speaker. So for example, whoever volunteers to do the tips and techniques, they're going to be responsible to put together the actual content of what that session looks like. So now we're going to give you an opportunity to vote on those sessions for the Plex track. Okay, so we had mentioned the sessions that we are proposing, and now we'd like for you to go through and check as many of those as you have an interest in. All right, can we see the results of the poll questions? Great. Okay, so this is what we was hoping to see, and that there's quite a bit of interest in most of these sessions. And what we'll do now is we'll take this feedback, and we'll put together the final session offering, and then we're going to reach out to the community to find speakers that can speak on these session topics here. All right. So moving on to the 2E sign-on session grid. So these are some of the session topics that we're interested in providing. And now we're going to give you an opportunity to vote on those session topics.
Roger, I want to add that there'll be a survey as people are leaving the seminar that goes into more depth on some of these topics too, so that we can really ascertain what's popular and what's worth discussing.
Thank you, Mark. And the other thing, there was a question I saw there where someone wanted to know where they can propose some additional sessions that are maybe not listed here. And we'll discuss those at the end of the webinar today. We'll give everyone an opportunity to kind of chime in on some of the things that they would like to see that are not listed here. Great. Some of these are very strong. I mean, consuming JSON, migrating to SQL, we're talking 70, 85%, web services, 80%. Great. This really helps us to make sure that we're putting together a conference that contains information that you guys want to see. So your input is really valued to us. Okay, so now we're going to do some poll questions on the technology track and give you an opportunity to vote on some of the things that you would like to see there. So let's take a look at those poll questions. All right, really strong interest in most of these. So this will definitely give us some direction on the types of sessions that we're going to offer here. So I appreciate everyone doing that. This is such an important part of putting this conference together, is making sure that it's based on the needs of the user community. So appreciate everyone taking the time to fill out those poll questions. Okay, so to me, this is the most important slide of the webinar today, and that is the call for speakers. So what we're really looking for is to get as many people in the user community to volunteer to be a speaker as possible. We have so much experience out there in the user community, and you guys are the ones that have the information to share with the community. So what we're really looking for is for as many of you to volunteer to take the lead on being a speaker, either as a speaker to do the entire session, or maybe a lightning talk. So if 2 or 3 of you can kind of work together to do 15-minute lightning talks, we can put together some really good sessions with that. The other thing I want to mention is that if you are a speaker, you will get a gift card based on your role. So like I say, if you're doing a full session, you're going to get a $100 gift card. A lightning talk is probably 25, maybe 50, depending on the length of your speech. So please go out to the website, and you'll have an opportunity there to reach out to me to volunteer to be a speaker, and we'll take as many as we can get. And this is something I really appreciate your help to speak and share your experience with these tools with the user community. So at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Summer. Summer is the lead event coordinator for our conference, and she's done a tremendous job in helping us put this conference together. So Summer, please take it over.
Hi, everyone. I'm Summer Proch, the event coordinator for the conference, and I will be assisting President Roger Griffith, and I'll also be serving you guys. So if you have any questions, you can email me at summer@plex2e.com. We look forward to seeing you guys. It's going to be awesome, and just don't forget to purchase your tickets. We also have some hotels that we recommend. The best one is the Holiday Inn, and if you call them and tell them that you're going to be attending the conference at Concordia University, you'll get a 15% discount. There are also hotels around, such as the Hyatt Place, County Yard by Marriott, and Aloft Austin Northwest. And they also have the Renaissance that is 1.5 miles away. Concordia University is located 4 miles away from the Oasis, which is one of the greatest views in Austin. They have at the campus, they have bird watching and plenty of opportunities for morning walks and self-guided hikes for the adventurous. Great environment for deep learning and enjoying time with other Plex professionals. Throughout the campus, they have a free Wi-Fi and it's pretty fast. They have an open cafeteria where lunch boxes will be served, and they have vending machines throughout the campus as well. So food and beverage, the conference is going to be sponsoring that. We're going to have a coffee service, and box lunches is going to be served free of charge. We're also going to have a wine and social event, and we would like everyone to be a part of that. And on the 26th of October, we're going to have barbecue at the yacht club, and we hope to see all of you guys. So see you soon.
So we do have several sponsors in. We have A&I Solutions, who's a broadline CA Broadcom distributor. They're at the platinum level. They're representing Broadcom. CM First, we are also in platinum level. And then Sodiza and Abacus are gold level sponsors. Sodiza will also be running the Spanish track again this time. And we've gotten really good representation from both Latin America as well as Spain at in those talks. And Abacus hosting, we've been doing some remote for several customers, and actually people who have come to the conference have had Abacus doing remote hosting for them. They're specialists in IBMI as well too. Thank you. So just contact me or info at plex2e.com if you've got any ideas on people who might be suitable for sponsorship. Thanks.
Hi, my name is Mark Schroeder. I'll be going over some of the 2E trainings we're going to be talking about. So I'm going to share my screen here since I have the video or my PowerPoint set up. Let me get it here. Okay, so what we're going to be talking about and experiencing in the trainings on the first day of the conference is we're going to go into 2E web services, modern 2E web services, and typically this nowadays refers to RESTful services. So we're going to go into doing RESTful services for 2E developers. We're going to review the basics of RESTful services as they apply to 2E developers. We're going to go through the process of what it takes to develop web services with 2E. We're going to look at Matchpoint and how to manage our web services through Matchpoint from beginning of the development to the end of the life cycle. We're going to look at how to deploy the REST services with Matchpoint, and also how to test or consume our web services in Postman so that you can actually validate that your services are working. So this is the basic process we want to follow and get you all acquainted with that for how to create these web services. The next point we're going to go into is Matchpoint and how Matchpoint could fit into the IBMI shop. Matchpoint is a tool that we have added our web service deployment into, but it also is involved for change control for IBMI source. So you don't have to just do web services through it. So we're going to go through the import process of IBMI objects. We're going to look at the integration that we've created with CM Involve IT so that we can grab information about objects from the 2E model. We're going to look at how to promote the IBMI objects and the history, tracking the history. So it's a full change management system, but we have added the benefit of letting it do web services. So once we've gone over the ability to create 2E web services and how to deploy them, We're going to then go into building a full sample application using 2E and Plex. So we're going to build a RESTful service in 2E. We're going to deploy the service with Matchpoint, and then we're going to create a simple web CA Plex application, and we're going to use that to consume the service. So all of us 2E people will be able to sort of dip our toe into the Plex world. So I think that'll be a good experience. Next, we talk about advanced 2E impact analysis. So we've developed a couple tools at CM First that can help with 2E impact analysis and understanding the model. So yeah, 2E does have some of that built in, that's true, but we're trying to extend the capabilities and make the impact analysis even better. So we have Evolve IT, which is one tool, and then we have CM 2E API that we've created that can be of benefit. So a real high level with Evolve IT, CM Evolve IT, you can search across the model. It's an interactive search. You can then show your information graphically. So we're going to go into how all this stuff works and how you can find information in your model using CM Evolve IT. And here's just a sample of a call graph. So once you've done your search, then you can actually create this call graph, and it shows you how each of the programs are calling each other. And it also can go into the database schema and how the programs are affecting your database. So this is all capability that we have in Evolve IT, which very nice to have it graphical like that. The next thing we're going to go into for another session is the 2E, let's see, yeah, the 2E model API. That is a tool that we've developed for really digging into the model itself. So it goes into its interface into the model. It pulls data out. It's read-only, but then you have additional information from each of these, the API that we can pull from the model. Just one simple example of this is using or getting the action diagram, and we can export the action diagram as text. So if you get something like Notepad, let's see if I can bring my Notepad up here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I bet you can't see it because I'm only showing my video. Well, what you can do is this is all interactive. So like, you know, because of these different nodes, you can open and close them so that as a text action diagram, you actually can interact with it. You can do text searches and different things like that. So it makes it pretty nice for doing some of the analysis that you can't necessarily search for with the 2E tools. And you can also take your action diagram and make it as a model. This gives you more full searching capability. But the big thing I think is it's ready to load into CM Evolve IT at this point, and then you can use the graphical capabilities of CM Evolve IT. So the tools work together to help you develop a much broader and deep understanding of your T model when you put them together. So that's all that I had.
Okay, I think I'm next, so I'll go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so you should be seeing my my slides here. So, hi everyone, I'm Andrew Leggett from CM First here in Austin. So I'm going to be talking about the Plex workshop sessions for the conference. So we always do these hands-on sessions that give you a chance to try out some new things, work at your own pace, and what you will have experts nearby to kind of help you get through them. So this year is going to be in person and virtual, so you can still take part if you can't attend physically. So the people that will be here in Austin, they'll be in the same room, they'll have the laptop, and you know, they can ask questions, But if you're working virtually, you can just dial in with your web meeting, and so you can use the chat to ask questions, and we'll be able to respond. So we always try to make these workshops educational and fun, so you get a chance to try out some new things that perhaps you wouldn't get to try in your regular day-to-day job. But you'll also hopefully learn some new things that you can take back and try out with your own systems. So for these Plex sessions, we'll be providing cloud virtual machines. So these come with all the software and everything configured, ready to go. Someone asked if they need to install new software. So you don't for these sessions, you just need a remote desktop to connect to the cloud VM. So it's important that if you are planning to attend these sessions, that you register beforehand. So we need to know how many cloud VMs to set up. So if you just turn up on the day, we might not be able to accommodate you. So please register beforehand. So the two workshops we'll be doing, have them in the wrong order here. The securing Plex applications will be in the morning, and the Plex messaging API will be in the afternoon. So I'll talk about the Plex messaging workshop first. So we're going to be using the Twilio messaging API. So Twilio has a product called SendGrid, and we did a demonstration of this in the March webinar. And what that allowed us to do was to send emails and SMS messages controlled from a Plex application. So it's very, very useful. So it gets to, you can use dynamic templates, HTML images, etc. in your emails. And the workshop will help you learn to consume an API with Plex. So that's a useful skill, even if you're not planning to use a messaging API. It's transferable to using other APIs. And during the workshop, we'll work with a great tool called Postman, which allows you to make API requests and view the responses and just test things out. So from the Plex side, we're going to be creating a client-server application. We're going to be using the Java platform just for convenience, though the same principles will apply to other generated languages. So with our Plex application, we're going to be setting up the API request parameters. So we'll be taking data from the Plex fields, populating the parameter, making the call, and then when we get the response, we'll bring that response into the Plex fields. And from there, you can just carry on with processing as normal. And we'll also cover error handling as well. That's important. The second workshop is securing Plex applications. So in this workshop, we're going to be working with a tool called Keycloak. And we've talked about Keycloak in previous webinars, and there was a session on that in the previous conference. So we'll be going into that into a lot of detail. So we're going to use Keycloak to interface with a Plex web client application and apply a single sign-on to that. So Keycloak is an open source solution that's maintained by Red Hat, and it serves as a wrapper for pretty much every security protocol and every permutation of security tools that are out there, and it's all under one interface, so you can configure it to your heart's desire. So we'll be using that a lot, diving into it. And well, single sign-on, it's just allows you to have a single password, and so you sign on to, let's say, Windows, and you'll be able to sign on to all your applications just using that, so you won't be bothered with login dialogues for every application you use. So it increases usability, improves access and productivity. improves your protection, so you can apply whatever security you want, such as multi-factor authentication, sorry. And so users only have one password, so that's going to save a lot of help desk costs with people not having access to the services they should. So that's going to be very useful. So yeah, those are the two workshops. Should be good. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in Austin or virtually. And yeah, please remember to register for these workshops. So we'll be sending out emails, so you'll get your reminders. Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you, Andrew. I just want to mention that please reach out to us if you have any questions at all regarding the conference. You can reach me at roger@plex2e.com or info@plex2e.com. And please go out and visit our website, plex2e.com, on a regular basis, because we will continue to publish information about the conference as we move forward into the planning stage. So thank you very much to Mark and Andrew. Those were tremendous lightning talks, and hopefully it whet your appetite for what you're going to see at the conference. I know I'm excited to be there again in person and see all my friends. It feels like it's been about 2 years, and it'll also be nice to see a lot of you who are not able to join us in person and do it virtually. So should be a tremendous conference. So at this time, let's review some of the questions that have been asked.
I guess this is for Mark Schroeder or Andrew. Do I need to install software on my laptop?
So for the Plex sessions, you don't. You'll just be using remote desktop, which comes with Windows to access the cloud. And there was a similar question for 5250 emulator. So Mark, maybe you can answer that.
So if they're going to use their own laptop, they would, but we'll have available the machines, virtual machines that they can use as well. So because we're going to have Plex as well, I would say that we want to use the virtual machines, and that will have everything installed for them. So they don't need to have anything installed locally.
Okay. Well, that just answered, do I need to install a 5250 emulator for the 2E sessions? This one is for Roger. I'm not sure if I can travel. Should I buy my ticket now or wait?
Okay, so regardless of whether or not you're going to be able to attend on site or if you're going to do it virtually, please buy your ticket now. The early bird discount expires at the end of this month, so that only gives you a few more days. So I would highly encourage you to please purchase your ticket now. And then as we get closer to the conference, if you can attend it in person, fantastic. And if you can't, join us virtually.
Okay. This one, I guess, is for Mark Schroeder or Andrew. Will you be talking about multi-factor authentication at the conference?
Okay, so for the securing Plex applications, so multi-factor is a feature that KeyCloak supports. So yeah, we can include that if that's something that people are interested in.
I think that's all the questions. I think we're ready for the F1 contest raffle. I think everyone's voted that's going to vote. So let's pick a random number and see who won. Well, we seem to have a technical problem picking the person that won. We can't see the name of the person until we end the webinar, unfortunately. So we'll have to announce that right after the webinar by email.
There was one question that came up and it's posted as a chat, and the question is will it be possible to be a virtual speaker? And I'm going to say, depending on the kind of response we get as speakers, obviously we would prefer to have all the speakers be on site, but I feel like we probably will be very happy to have anyone speak virtually. So yeah, if you're interested in speaking at all, whether on site or virtual, please reach out to Roger at plex2e.com or info at plex2e.com, and we will get back with you on that.
Yeah, Roger, we can have a wait list for potential remote speakers. But obviously you just missed the opportunity to be live and interacting, and also the discussions that will take place after your talk. People are interested in the topic and want to delve further. It's much harder to do that remotely than it is in person. Thanks.
I think that's all we had, Roger and Mark. Do you want to wrap things up?
Okay. I'd like to thank everyone who participated today, and we really look forward to getting as many of you as possible signed up for the conference. Please sign up before the end of the early bird discount. Save yourself some money, and we'll continue to move forward with the planning of this conference, and we're going to keep our website published as far as any changes, and as well as more specific information on the actual session content as we get speakers and this type of thing that will be published on our website. So please visit the plex2e.com website on a regular basis. And other than that, just thank you everyone. Thank you to our lightning talk speakers today. Tremendous sessions, and really some good information there as far as what we're going to see at the conference. And other than that, I look forward to seeing everyone at the conference. Many of you at the Formula One race. That's going to be tremendous. And I think the conference is just really going to be great to see people again. Last year was fun doing it virtually, but there's just no substitute for seeing people in person. So thank you again to everyone, and look forward to seeing you at the conference.
And Roger, I'd like to add that there'll be an exit survey that has questions to allow people at their own leisure to go into more detail about what kind of content they want to see. Remember, what we showed you today is just day one, is the training day, and not even into the day and a half that we'll have sessions on Tuesday and Wednesday as well too. So thank you everybody, and have a great balance of the week, and we look forward to seeing you one way or the other at the conference. I hope you can make it. Thank you.